ARSKit Studio is a desktop-based solution to many problems faced by Remedy professionals. It can solve many problems from browsing through Remedy objects to heavy log analysis and increase your productivity by a considerable factor. Download a copy of a product that works 100% offline. It is a rich client application that has easy access to different areas of functionality. Let's start by adding server connections. Connect to multiple servers at a time, no need to keep the same Remedy username or password. Expand the node to view all the objects. Type the name and it will automatically navigate to required objects. Or narrow down your view by specifying advanced search criteria. Similarly, you can list down the objects from Object List window. Or directly access any objects from a quick search without opening Object List. The object detail is well formatted, easy to understand and navigate. You can easily perform searches, text, or browse through the field list used in objects. Press Ctrl key and move your mouse over different referenced objects. You will see the detail below. Clicking on it will open the object detail in different tabs. Likewise, you can drill down to different objects from field list 2. This is a column field, showing the data source from the foreman field. You don't even need to open parent form and search for the field to view its detail. Navigating through overlay and overlaid object is a single click away. It can also give a nice presentation on the difference between them. The last tab conveniently displays relevant history records from the modification log form. If the Save Def server configuration is enabled, you can download the def files from selected history record, or you can even view the def content. This object is actually from def file downloaded from selected history record. Only field names are fetched from a reference from the server, other information is from def file only. If the def file has overlaid content, then you can navigate through it or view the difference between overlaid and overlay from the def file. You can also compare the selected history record with the current version of an object, or you can perform a comparison between any two history records to view what exactly was modified between them. Thus you can see how easily and quickly you browse through objects, compare the objects of different versions. You can also perform comparison between other objects. Click on Compare button, and type object name to be compare with. Select customization type, and server of target object. You can also quickly perform comparison with objects from def file. After migration, product upgrade, or for heavy analysis, you may need to perform bulk comparisons of objects, with its overlaid, or compare to other servers, or even with def files. For bulk compare, open Object Compare window, and select the objects for comparison. You can also select objects based on search criteria. Specify inclusion criteria, all the matching objects will be picked up for comparison from source and target. You can also specify exclusion criteria for ignoring any unwanted objects. For now, let's go to predefined lists. Select the source and target type. You can perform a comparison between two servers, or two def file locations, or between server and def files. Let's go for server versus def files for now. Select single def file, or you can specify the folder path, and it will automatically pick up all the def files in a selected and its subfolders. Specify which part of objects should not matter for comparison. Finally, before starting the process, select the customization type. According to this setting, base or source will be compared with base of target and likewise for other customization type. If you want to perform overlay versus overlaid comparison, among overlay and overlaid checkboxes, select only one for source and another from target. This will compare overlaid of source with overlay of the target. Select the empty folder where you want to store the result and click on Compare button to initiate the comparison. You can see a real-time progress bar. Moreover, you can open the result and navigate through results. Click on Result tab and select the result file, or just click on Shortcut. Filter your result with various options and navigate through results. You can easily perform any relevant operation from the context menu. To see the difference report, select the record and click on Show Diff button. Find Usages functionality of ARSKit Studio helps you to identify where all the object is referred or used, irrespective of the object relationship settings. That is, you can perform this operation on production server where the object relationship setting is turned off. Select Find Usages option and it will open a dialog showing various options before performing usages. It will show you various locations where the usages of objects need to check. The Advanced option will list down the sections of selected locations. You can quickly check the required sections. For instance, if you are interested only in the referenced objects, which could possibly change the field value, then you can select the appropriate sections easily. For now, let's perform complete usages. The result is shown in well-categorized manner. You can open the object or perform any relevant operation. When it comes to smooth migration, ARSKit Studio has advanced options for exporting and importing the def files. Select objects that you want to export. Select the server and file to export in. You can choose to export all selected objects in a single file, or multiple files. Select what should happen when target file already exists. You can use Replace option, which will replace the content of existing objects in def file with a new one from the server. For import, select all the def files and their sequence of import. Before importing, you may want to verify the object exists in target server. Click on the Verify button for that, and you will see the result. If you are not sure what you are importing, click on Def button, which will open the def file content in readable format. Once again, only field names are fetched from reference server, rest of the information is from def file. Select the target server, and various options. Before import, you can easily take backups of existing objects from target server by just a single click. Finally, if you are facing error while importing without any indication of which object is causing an error, you can choose to import individual objects in a separate transaction to identify root cause of an issue. ARSKit Studio makes it easy and interesting when it comes to dealing with remedy logs. You can capture, analyze and perform various operations on log files. To capture the logs from a single server or in a server grouping environment, you don't have to log in into any server, or perform a manual, tedious job of enabling, disabling and downloading the log files from each server. Just log into multiple server from the application. You can control individual server settings from each tab, but you can do it easily on Central Control Settings. Just select the type of log that you want to deal with, type the log name, and you can see it will automatically sync with all server log settings. Enabling and disabling server-side logs on multiple servers is a matter of couple of clicks. Once you perform required actions for which leg was needed, disable the logs and download them from multiple servers in your machine with download all options. Whether you are analyzing the server-side log or web client log, or if you are doing it for any bug fixes or to increase the performance of applications, ARSKit Studio greatly helps you to achieve it in a very efficient way. Select the remedy log file. For workflow or bug fix analysis, type the primary user, analysis type as workflow, give your analysis a nice name, and click on the Start button. The result will be highly interactive, easy to navigate and understand, and beautiful representation of log files. The right side of the log will be floating panel representing the overall flow of log files. Click on the entries to directly jump into detailed log sections on left side. You can also find where all particular fields were assigned in filter, SQL or escalation. The features of workflow analysis are beyond this introductory video. For performance analysis, select the Performance option. Select Primary User for the Single User Performance Report, otherwise select All User Reports. You can restrict for thread analysis, concentrating only on thread report for appropriate thread count configuration. For now, select All User Reports, and within a few moments, it will generate the report. You can distribute the report, copy-paste in Excel sheet, and open in Report Console. As you can see, the report is in well-categorized format. You can even fetch the indexing information on fly for the table, which is taking much of the time. Once again, the features of performance analysis are beyond this introductory video. You extract the single user log from the server-side log, or split the large log file, or combine multiple log files. Sometime for analysis you need to fire SQL commands and see the result directly from Remedy database, but not always you have access to database connection. ARSKit Studio provides a convenient interface where you can fire SQL commands and even see its output without knowing any database connections or detail. You can open the result in different tabs. If you are working in an environment where the developer and administrator teams are different, then typically developers are not allowed to log into the production environment to view Remedy objects to avoid the risk of modifying it accidentally. However, many times they need to access production environment for several reasons. ARSKit Studio provides a perfect solution to this problem. Through simple approach, it can allow developers or anyone a read-only access to Remedy environment. All you have to do is configure required settings and distribute it to members. From Server Account Manager dialog, provide Remedy connection details. Ensure that store password is checked. Selected server connections which you want to distribute and click on Export Connections. Before distributing it, you can also set which all functionality the recipients of connection file can access without requiring them to provide a Remedy admin password. The XML connections will consist of connections detail along with encrypted password and other information. The recipients of the XML file can import the connections and log into server without knowing the password. If the recipients are not allowed to access the functionality freely, they needs to provide the correct remedy password for once. You will experience faster result with ARSKit Studio because it uses cache system, and fetches less data from the server and still display enough information for you. For instance, when a workflow is open in Dev Studio, it takes average few MB of data to download, whereas ARSKit Studio takes only few KBs. And because of the fact that every process runs in separate thread, you will have better UI experience. There are many other features of ARSKit Studio, such as, you can view an extensive list of server properties. You can copy data from nearly any table to Excel sheet. While analyzing, you can keep workflow names in the scratchpad temporarily. You can run external services like connecting to any supported database, run SQL command and see its output. ARSKit Studio is built on top of NetBeans' rich client platform. One advantage is you can add plugins like SoapUI from NetBeans plugin portal. Also, the application can be upgraded using the auto upgrade or offline patches. No need to reinstall the whole application. Download now and start using ARSKit Studio to greatly increase your productivity. Thank you for watching this video.